Welcome to today's HIIT training core workout. Today all you'll need is a mat. Now I'm going to be performing these exercises barefoot, which can enhance bone density by promoting greater mechanical load. This helps stimulate bone growth. Let's take a breath in, exhale, again, breathe in, exhale. First exercise is a walkout push-up. Here's your preview. All right, let's begin. We're going to get about 10 reps here. Now these can also be done on your knees. Breathe in, extend, exhale, hinge from the hips, walk out to plank, and push up. And when you're doing the push-up, engage the core, extending from the crown of the head to the heels. All right, we're at the halfway mark. We've got 5 more. And feel free to take breaks whenever you need it. And remember, you can always drop to your knees on the push-ups. All right, last 2 here. And last 1. All right, take a breath in, exhale. Next exercise is a jumping jack. Here's your preview. Now let's get 25 reps. Almost there. 5 more. All right, nice work. Take a breath in, exhale. The next exercise is a standing crunch. Here's your preview. All right, let's begin. Let's get about 20 reps here. So really engaging the core, pulling the navel to the spine as you bring those elbows towards the alternating knees. And about halfway. All right, nice job. Take a breath in, exhale. Next exercise is a plyometric squat. Here's your preview. Ready? And let's begin. So big jump out wide. Getting about 20 reps here. So again, taking breaks whenever you need it. Almost there. All right, take a breath in, exhale, again breathe in, exhale. So let's finish with some balance, this first circuit. So we're going to bring that right knee up and hold for about a count of 20. And let's release, transitioning to the other side. All right. Take a breath in, exhale. So workout is complete. Grab some water and get ready for circuit 2. Now remember, you can always wear tennis shoes if you would like. It's totally up to you. All right, let's take a breath and let's move out to plank. The first exercise is a plank reach through. Here's your preview. All right, ready, and let's begin. We're going to get about 8 to 10 reps here. So reaching up and then reaching through. You can also drop that bottom knee if you need to modify. All right. And let's get a little stretch break here. Just bring that right foot forward, expand through the chest, and breathe. And let's switch sides. And we're going to move on to the second exercise of circuit 2, which is a plank knee crossover. Here's your preview. All right, ready? And let's begin. Getting about 20 reps here. Really engaging the core, crossing that knee over to opposite elbows. Now try to keep your shoulders and your hips square, extending from the crown of the head to the heels. Core is turned on. All right, nice work. Take a breath. Exhale. Again, breathe in. Exhale. All right, we're going to do that other side on the plank reach through. So stack the shoulders and hips, and here's your preview. All right, ready, and let's begin. Getting about 8 to 10 reps here. So working at your own pace. And remember, you can modify by dropping the bottom knee. Almost there. All right, nice job. Take a breath. And let's get a little stretch here. Right leg forward, expanding through the chest. And switch legs. And let's come on up to standing. Or actually, we'll stay here. This is mountain climbers for number 4. And ready, and let's begin. Getting about 20 reps here. Let's see if you can pick up the pace on the last 10. All right, nice job. And let's get a little stretch here. Right leg forward, expand through the chest, and breathe. And switch legs. Letting that heart rate come down. And now let's transition to standing. Exercise number 5 is a plyometric jump switch. And here is your preview. All right, ready, and let's begin. Getting about 20 reps, but right and left will count as 1 rep. So at your own pace here. All right, heart rate up. Nice job. Take a breath. Exhale. Again, breathe in and exhale. So let's again finish this circuit number 2 with some balance. And let's lift that right knee. Holding for a count of about 10 to 12. All right, and let's switch sides. All right, nice job. Take a breath. Exhale. So your workout is complete. Now feel free to complete this 2 or 3 more times or just stretch.